Hello, welcome back to the Social Media Super Success Plan. I hope it is going really well for you, and hopefully you've now watched Module 5, which was our first content module. We're now moving on to Module 6, and this is our second look at content. And in this module, we are focusing more on the media side of things. So we're going to talk about images, video, and live video. So let's get stuck right in. So, do you remember the volume problem we talked about in the last module? That there is just so much going on social media. As a result, our posts need to stand out. They have to pop out from all the other posts on social media for our audience, which means we've got to do something a little bit different, certainly to what our competitors are doing, to what other businesses are doing, something that's really going to attract our target audience. So the first thing I want to talk about is images. Imagery is so important now on social media. Images just pop out within feeds and they command so much space within the feeds. If I jump over to a couple of the main social media platforms now, you'll see what I mean. So as I scroll down, you can see just how much imagery takes up space on the screen. This is actually a video, which we'll come on to later, compared to non-image updates. So again, you can just see straight away, images are really standing out. And then you just sort of scroll past things that don't include any imagery. So yeah, just so important just by the sheer volume of space that they take up on the screen. If we move to LinkedIn, exactly the same again. So let's just look at any newer posts that have come in since I last had this on. So as we scroll down, there's a video, there's an image again, video, image. You can see just how much space they command. And then if we look at someone like Starbucks on Instagram, you can see just, how cool imagery can be, how it can really reflect what's happening at that moment in time. So as we scroll through different things that Starbucks are promoting, and then what I love is if you scroll down, we're moving towards Christmas, back at Christmas, how Christmassy do those pictures make you feel and make you want to have a special Starbucks Christmas coffee. The power of imagery definitely is huge on social media. So what are the important things to think about when it comes to images then? Well, first of all, your image needs to be relevant to your post. It shouldn't just be a random picture that draws the eye. The picture should really be relevant to actually what you're talking about within your post. So your images could be your own pictures that you have taken yourself, and that's probably one of the easiest ways of you creating imagery for your business. At the end of the day, most of us are pretty much attached now to our smartphones, and smartphones have got pretty good cameras. I've taken some amazing pictures on my iPhone and people have said, wow, have you got a special camera? I'm like, nope, it's just my iPhone. So, don't forget you've got an image creation tool pretty much on you all the time. So use it, grab those moments where you think that'd be a great image for social media. Even if you don't plan to post it straight away, it's great to have a bank of pictures. So maybe just walk around your workplace with your phone, snapping different things, or walk around your local area, whatever you think will be the right pictures for your updates, go and take a load, because it's so much handier to have a bank of images there ready and waiting for you to use than trying to kind of get one there in the moment for that particular post. Or you could invest in a good camera. Kind of the best cameras are usually the DSLR cameras. So you could invest in a good camera so that you can create really nice, beautiful imagery. The alternative is you get a professional in, and this also is really worth doing. Speak to a professional photographer, get a quote for them to come into the business for, say, an hour and get as many pictures as possible, pictures of employees, pictures of people in action, pictures of the product or service in action, as many pictures of the business as possible, because then you've got a bank of images to use for social media forevermore or until you need an update on your pictures. So for all it might sound really kind of, luxurious getting a professional in, actually it's so worth doing, because then you have these bank of images that you can use forever. I probably about every 2 years, go and visit a professional photographer and get a load of new headshots done to use across social media. I use them all the time. The pictures you're seeing across the bottom of the slide there, those are pictures I had professionally taken at an event I ran. And I did that as a kind of, oh, you can have a free ticket to the event if you don't mind just taking a few pictures during the day. And all I said to the photographer, I just want like 10 pictures I can use. So for the rest of the day, just sit, take notes, learn. But, you know, so long as at some point you're grabbing a few pictures that I can use. And that event was about 5 years ago now, and I still use those pictures so much. I think the next time I run an event, I'm going to do exactly the same thing again because they are just so valuable to me. So professional pictures, definitely worth getting a bank of professional pictures together. And if you really get stuck for a picture, then you could go to stock pictures, stock images. And stock images are license-free pictures that you can use on social media. Just to be aware that they lack any kind of, you know, link to your brand or help build relationships with your brand because they're stock images. There are loads of free stock images, loads of free stock image websites out there. The one I like is pixabay.com. It's got a nice range of imagery and it's super quick and easy to download from there as well. And then a really cool image tool is Canva. So Canva allows you to use templates set up for specific social media sizings and then to play around with different images and add text on the top. I'll go over to Canva now and give you a quick demo. So you can see here some of the images I've created with Canva, all sorts of different things that I do on there. Oh, there's me in a Santa hat. Yeah, I use it a lot. So you can see across the top here, it's giving you templates and you can choose more templates here. Let's say, for example, I want a picture that is the right size for a Twitter post. So I'll click on Twitter post and then it's going to bring me up my framework to work on. So I can go and look through different layouts that they recommend and play around with those. So I can just click on one of these and it will throw it into the frame. So I can adjust that and maybe change the text on there or something like that. Or I can upload my own pictures. So you can see I've got loads of different pictures on here. Some of them are just downloaded from Pixabay that I use. So for example, one thing I do a lot of the time is use this kind of main profile picture of me. So I can either click on the text button to add my own text, or I could obviously now play around with this and just change the text within it to something, you know, more relevant. And adjust the sizing. And there we go. I have a picture. I can, you know, make any adjustments I want to this, drag it round, fit it in, move the text around, you know, so there's lots of different ways you can do this and play around with text and that kind of thing. You can use different layouts. So, you know, if you scroll down, there's loads of different layouts on there that you can choose from, different elements. So you could choose a grid, for example. So you might want to kind of create one with different pictures in and different grids. So yeah, lots of things you can do on there, adding in backgrounds, and then you just click the download button, download it, and it's there for you to use. So that's a really nice, easy way of creating nice graphics with text overlays as well for social media, and exactly the right dimensions for social media too. Just a quick caveat on using text within images. Just be aware that on Facebook they are not keen on images with more than 20% text. Images with more than 20% text tend to get a lower reach on Facebook, so try and keep your text limited to Facebook images. Same when it comes to Facebook advertising, they will tend to disapprove adverts that have a high volume of text within the picture, so just be aware of that when you're adding text to imagery. But yeah, it is so key. It is so worth investing in good pictures that you can use and repurpose forevermore on social media. The next thing then I want to talk about in terms of media for social media is video. I don't think it will be any surprise to you when I say that video is huge right now. It is absolutely massive. There is so much video content on social media. It is such a powerful thing for social media. First of all, you will tend to get increased reach for video content on most platforms. So most platforms, particularly Facebook, love video content. Therefore, they will show it to more people. They'll increase the reach for your video content. Also, people tend to find video far more engaging. For example, I share regular tips on video. So I probably share about approximately 3 videos a week where I'm giving a piece of advice or sharing an insight about social media. Now, if I wrote that insight out and had it in text, it would be far less engaging than me speaking to camera. You seeing my face, you see me smile, you see me speak. It is such an engaging form of interacting with your audience. It's also what viewers want. People want to watch video content, so give them what they want. Give them video content. You know, a lot of people now will just scroll past until they see a video they can watch, so give them video. Remember with video that most people will watch it with audio off. So you might, if audio is an absolute essential, make sure that you have a little, text on the screen that says something like, turn the audio on for this one or something like that. Otherwise, make sure you have subtitles on your videos. It's really important. If you're speaking, a lot of people will just scroll past videos that don't include subtitles because they just are in a public place where they don't want to hear the video. With subtitles, they can still get the message of the video by reading the subtitles. So that's something to consider as well. In terms of the right video length, it really depends on what your content is. For example, I could put a video up on Facebook that was like 10 ways to generate business through Facebook. And it might be like a 40-minute video. And some people might save it and watch it later and that kind of thing. So, that kind of thing can be great as a longer video. However, most people would rather watch a short video. So I would try and keep it under 3 minutes. And definitely make sure you hook them in within the first 3 to 5 seconds, because that's when they're deciding whether to just scroll on past and not bother watching your video. The other thing I would say about video content is the difference it can make to businesses. So it's something I really started to do more on my social media around July last year. I realized that I just wasn't really doing much on Instagram. And as a social media trainer, I wanted to do more on Instagram, but there's only so many pictures of venues you're training or speaking at, or selfies, or pictures of slides waiting to start off a presentation that you can share. So I decided instead to go down the video route on Instagram and just focus it purely on sharing tips via video. So I started recording 1-minute videos, or up to 1 minute, because that's all you have on Instagram. So up to 1-minute videos that I posted on Instagram. So then I also shared them on Facebook, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn. And I've kept it up since then. So it has continued to, be something that I now do on social media. They're very quick. They're very, they're taken on my phone. They're not high-level videos or completely professional videos, but they just share quick tips about social media or business in general. And I can honestly say I have never had as many inquiries into my business as I have since I started doing those video clips. I've had more speaking gig engagements, I've had more requests for training, because suddenly people are hearing me talk, seeing my expertise, getting to know me, and it is making a huge difference. I had the best speaking gig of my life last year. I got sent out to Lesotho in Africa to speak at a conference. And when they first got in touch with me, they said, "We've been watching your videos." And that was only when I'd been doing videos for like 2 weeks. It had an instant impact. So definitely, if you're like me and you share expertise and it's you that is the face of the business, then you really should be using video to showcase yourself. If you're a larger business, then you should be showcasing people within your business. Nothing works better on video than people when it comes to social media. People want to see people, so give them people. It's tempting with video to just have the camera facing away and just focus on things going on, but that's never going to be as engaging as someone talking to camera. So, how do we find our video confidence? Because let me tell you, whenever I talk about video in training or at speaking events, I always ask the room, how many of you love being in front of the camera? And I can guarantee at most there might be one hand up, but usually there are 0 hands up because nobody likes being in front of the camera. So you're probably sat there watching me and listening to me right now thinking, yeah, right, Sam, it's all right for you because you've got the confidence to go on video. You're not bothered. Well, let me tell you, that is learned. I do have the confidence now. I'm not bothered now, but I definitely used to be. And the more you do something, the easier it becomes. Because nobody or very few people like being on video, and those who do generally are on video. They're on TV or they've got like a YouTube channel or something. So remember that nobody cares what you look like or what you sound like apart from you. Everyone else is just listening to your message, and the things that are holding us back, they're just personal things to us. You know, I have a real issue with my nose, and when I'm making videos, I really tilt my head so that my nose doesn't look big, and sometimes I forget, but I still post the video because I think, you know what? No one probably blooming notices the size of my nose apart from me because it's my issue, no one else's. So just remember, no one cares what you look like or what you sound like apart from you. And the key is practice, 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 practice. The more you speak to camera, the easier it becomes. So record regularly on your phone, for example, and just save it. Don't do anything with it. Just get used to speaking to camera. And then one day, go for it. Hit that publish button. You will never look back. You will raise your confidence. You'll have gone out of your comfort zone. You'll feel so much better for doing it. And you'll get the impact on social media as well as a big pat on the back. So go for it, go for video. So things we need to think about. How are we going to create video? First of all, and the easiest is just your own productions. So once again, your phone. That's how I create my videos for social media. I just record them on my phone because I know that's the achievable thing for me to do. If I am trying to, create some high-level production, I might do one a year. If it's just grabbing my phone, I can do that pretty much wherever I am. And they are really engaging because they're really authentic and in the moment. So don't ever feel like you have to go high-level and super professional. Particularly when it comes to people chatting, a phone is great. Again, they're pretty good quality now as well. So I always think of it as the video that's taken on the phone is always going to outperform the video that never gets made because you want to get a video team in, for example. Your other option, again, is to invest in something like a DSLR camera that takes more high quality video and still do them yourself. Of course, if you're doing your own videos, make sure you think about certain things such as lighting, make sure that people can see you. Think about what's behind you and your background. Sometimes you can create the best video and then realize there's something going on in the background that you don't want to be in your video. So you may notice at the start and end of these modules, you'll see me. You don't see me through it because I don't want to distract you all the way through. But have a look at the end at my backdrop. This is my office, and I pretty much use that for a lot of my video backdrops. It's a nice, simple, non-distracting background. Also think about sound when it comes to video. If you are taking videos outside, you may need to use a mic, a clip-on mic, so that you are picking up the sound better. You can get them off of eBay that click into your phone headphone jack, and they're like a couple of quid. For doing any kind of online videos where I'm showing the screen like now, I always use a USB mic rather than the computer mic because it's unidirectional, it's picking up my voice better, and it's blocking out all the kind of external sounds and that echo that you might otherwise get. Of course, before we move on to useful tools, of course there's the option to get a video team in, but that's when you're moving more into the more costly side of video. It's going to cost you more money. You've got to plan it out more. You've got to book them in. You've got to wait for them to edit it. For getting a video team in, this isn't kind of like an uploading 3 videos a week kind of activity. It's not going to happen. There are some companies now who recruit a videographer, so they have a full-time videographer to constantly take videos within the business and edit those videos and stick those videos on social media. So that may be a consideration for you. The likes of Gary Vaynerchuk has a video guy who follows him around all the time and just constantly takes video content because he knows how powerful video is. So that is obviously another option, but I think far more achievable and likely to actually make it happen is to take your own productions. So here's some useful tools that will help you out when it comes to video. First of all, I use an app called Clips, and Clips, unfortunately, is an iPhone only app, so apologies to any Android users. But the great thing about Clips is you record the video through the Clips app, so you don't record it on, your usual sort of camera on your phone. You record it through the Clips app, and then you can add live text. So as you're recording, it also records the text for your voice. So straight away, as soon as you finish recording, you've got a video there with subtitles. You just watch the video back, edit any mistakes that the subtitles have made. You just click pause, click on the wording and edit out that mistake. And you've got, a video there, very quick and easy to use, that has taken no time whatsoever. So I do all my videos on Clips that are the kind of the quick tip videos. They in total take me about 5 minutes from recording to editing the subtitles to uploading. They are generally all one take videos because it's back to a time issue. If it's going to take me half an hour to create a video, I'm not going to create a video. So Clips app I can highly recommend. If any of you do find something on Android that comes close to it, please let me know. I have Googled and searched and I can't find anything. And it's something I get asked all the time that, I haven't got an iPhone, how can I do this on Android? And the answer is, I'm sorry, I don't know. Invest in an iPhone. Other tools that might be useful if you want to go really kind of more higher level with your own video production is a green screen and frame. So a green screen is essentially putting a green screen behind you or whoever is in the video. Then when you're editing the video, you can change that green screen to a different background. So you can use an image, for example, or you can show your slides. So one thing I used to do with my green screen is for a course like this, I used to present it and then you would have me stood there at the side of the slides. So the background would be the slides and I'd be stood there as if I was in the slide. It just took so much editing though, that I kind of scrapped that idea because wow, does it take a lot of work. Also, when you use a green screen, the lighting is so important because the colour of the green screen needs to be uniform throughout because you're going to remove the green colour and it's an exact colour match. So if there's any shadows, it will leave those in. So you need good lighting to avoid the shadows. Again, you can kind of get like a video starter kit on Amazon for like £100, which is like a green screen and frame and lighting for £100. One thing, I'll let you into a little secret here. One thing I use a lot of is my SAD lamp. So the SAD, seasonal affective disorder lamps that you can buy. I've had mine for years and I absolutely love it from kind of January to March. I struggle in those months with kind of energy, start to feel like a bit, the winter's getting hold of me. So I always stick on my SAD lamp. So I've got this nice bright lamp in my face. So I don't have any professional lighting. I think it's something I definitely need to invest in. So at the moment, I just use my SAD lamp. But yeah, lighting's another good tool to invest in. Tripods, really, really cheap on eBay. So, a kind of a nice sort of tall tripod, head height tripod. I've got one, it was £15. You can get gorilla pods where the legs of the tripod can wrap around things so you can tie it to different things. They're about a tenner. So yeah, definitely invest in a tripod. Helps stop the shaky hand. A gorilla pod, as I've mentioned before, is the ones that wrap around things. In terms of editing, on Mac, you have iMovie, and on Windows you have Movie Maker. Both are free, inbuilt, easy to use, and anything you get stuck with, just jump on YouTube and search it because you will probably find a solution that way. So yeah, really, really easy to use and or easy to learn anyway. You can just cut out bits from there. You can add audio in the background, so you can add music, for example. You can add text over the top. So any videos I make kind of more professional with a proper camera, I edit in subtitles using iMovie. I just play a few seconds, pause, type in the subtitles for that section, go again, pause, type in the subtitles for that section. And it might take me about half an hour to get all the subtitles in, but of course it's so worth it. If you want to go more high level, there is a great editing piece of software called Final Cut Pro that is used quite a lot by more professional kind of videographers. And for screen capture, like you're seeing here, you can use Camtasia on Windows or ScreenFlow on Mac. So I'm using ScreenFlow at the moment. That allows me to capture the screen. I think it cost me about, I can't remember now, about 200 quid maybe. And it just is a nice, easy way to record what you're doing on the screen. There are free tools that do it, but you can't edit with the free tools. ScreenFlow also has really good editing facility as well, as does Camtasia. And then for adding on subtitles, you can use what's called an SRT file. So an SRT file is where you add in the timings of your video and what the text is between those timings. So you might put like 0, write your text, and at the end of it, add in the end time for that text, then go again, then go again, then go again. You can pay people to do that if you go on a program like Fiverr.com. So if you've never been on Fiverr.com, go and have a play. It's Fiverr, so like a Fiverr, £5, but with an extra R on the end, .com. And there are people on there that will do anything for a fiver, basically, for $5. So I'm sure you will find people on there who will watch your video and create an SRT file on the back of it, and then you can upload that to your editing and it will add it in without you having to go through and do it. So there's some useful tools that will help you out with your video creation. So what kind of things can we talk about in videos? What videos could we create? Well, you could do a day in the life where you capture little snippets of your day within your business. You could just simply introduce what your business does. You could interview an employee or get an employee to chat about a topic. You could do an influencer interview where you interview an influential person within your industry. You could do a product or service reveal. You could do a tutorial where you show someone or guide someone in how to do something. You could do like a chatty update where you just talk about what's going on in the business. You could share tips like I do. You could share your thoughts and opinions on something happening at that time. You could go behind the scenes on something. You could create videos of events. There are loads of different videos you could be creating. Start really looking at what other businesses are creating in terms of video, because it will start to give you some ideas, but there's some that will hopefully kick you off. So a few video tips: just be yourself, be relaxed, pretend that camera is not even on you. I have a real habit of this, as you may have noticed. When I'm recording even things like this, I'll just suddenly go off on a tangent or get lost in my own thoughts, and I just think it works. You're just being yourself. Ask questions in your video. Ask them to comment below. Act as if you're interacting with them. You want people to interact with your video. That will get you more video views. So say, I'd love to know what you think about this. Please comment below and let me know. So ask questions within your video. It's tempting to write out a script and then read it, but people will be able to tell that you are reading a script. So try and go for a non-scripted approach if you can. If you do really want to use a script, put it on a teleprompter app. There are free apps on tablets where you can add your script in and it will run it like a teleprompter. So it scrolls the script through, so you're not looking at a piece of paper. But yeah, the more natural, the better. And most importantly, seize the moment. Grab your phone, take a video. There are probably loads of video opportunities that you're missing every single day. So just get into the habit of seizing that moment. And really, really important that you start posting videos regularly. Your videos aren't going to have much impact if you post like one every few months. Your videos are going to become more renowned and more people following them and more people interested in them if you post several a week. And that's where the very quick clips and the very easy to create videos are just, so much more successful as a result. Fab. So now if you thought video was absolutely, utterly terrifying, listen to this. How's about live video? So where with video you are recording it, editing it, uploading it, with live video you are just going live on that platform. You're running the video through the platform. You are live in that moment. So that's how live video works. On Facebook, you can go live in Facebook groups, on Facebook pages, in Facebook events pages, on your Facebook profile. And in fact, I will definitely go live within our Facebook group, probably just after most of you have watched this module, so I can kind of show you how that works. On Instagram, you can go live via Instagram stories. On Twitter, you can go live via an app called Periscope. So you need to download an app to your phone called Periscope, and you can only do it through your phone. You can also stream live through your YouTube channel as well. So lots and lots of live video options. And for most of them, it then remains on your profile. It's only Instagram that's the exception with this. So on Instagram, it lasts 24 hours. With Facebook, with Twitter, with YouTube, it remains on your profile that people can then watch it after. It also appears in feeds. So let's say you go live on Facebook, for example, and nobody watches. You might find that 3 hours later, you've had like 300 views of your live video, because people will often watch after the live event. So it goes up on feeds as a video, and it says that you were live, so people still know that that video was taken live. And don't forget those people, because most people will watch after. So it is worth kind of addressing those people and saying like, oh, thanks to those of you who are watching this after we've gone live. Don't forget to comment below and give your thoughts on this as well. So also introduce yourself to those people too. So I might just quickly jump on Facebook just to show you how to do this on Facebook itself. I'm showing you this on the desktop, obviously. You can go live on your phone too. Okay, so I'm on my Facebook page now, and you can see one of the options here is to start a live video. So, oh, hello, there I am. So you can see it's accessing my camera now, and you can see me, and this is showing me what people will see when I broadcast live. You can also connect kind of other devices in, so other cameras other than your webcam, by clicking the connect button. And over here I can also choose to share my screen, so I can click over to share my screen and add the screen sharing extension. So that's another option on there as well. I can change my microphone, and then you just say what your live video is all about. So you talk about what you're going on about in your live video. You can add a title to it, you can add tags as well. You can tag a game if that's relevant, and then you just click to go live. It will count you down, and then boom, you are live. So on Facebook, it's as simple as that. I'll let you figure out the other platforms, but yeah, they're just as easy to use. So a few things to think about with live video. First of all, you are going to need pretty good internet for this, because if your internet is a bit unstable, you're going to find that your live connection just drops in and out and in and out. So good internet is pretty important. So just make sure you've done a bit of a speed test. Make sure your internet isn't usually very kind of, jumpy, or that you have issues with stability. There's a tool called Ecamm Live as well that I often use when I go live on Facebook. So this is purely for Facebook Live. And with Ecamm Live, you can add in text on top of your live broadcast. So text can appear. You can add images that appear. You can have them there throughout. You can play pre-recorded, edited videos. So you might want to have a jingle or something. It's quite a little trick actually, because you could actually record a video and edit it and then run it through Ecamm Live. So it's actually seen as a live video, even though it's not. That's about £25, I think, for Ecamm Live, but it's a really good tool. You can also schedule your videos through that, and that will put a post on your page that says you are due to go live at 1 p.m. on Tuesday, for example, and people can get notifications then that remind them, so get reminders that you're going to go live. So that's a nice tool to help you go live on Facebook. Nice, easy to use tool. So you can schedule those, and I think it's really important that you do try to kind of forewarn people that you are going to go live, so that they're kind of there ready and waiting to watch you. Share your screen, as I showed you before. You can also do that through Ecamm Live. So if you want to do a demonstration on your screen, you can. And if you want to play videos, you can too, or add images on top of that. So what could we go live with? You could do a business update. You could do a product or service launch. You could go behind the scenes. You could do an interview. You could do a live Q&A where people comment and ask questions as you're talking. Obviously, you want to build them up to that to make sure you've got a live audience there ready to ask questions. The other thing to do is to say ahead of time, we are going to go live. Please message us with your questions if you can't make it and you're going to watch it after. And then make sure you've got a bank of like 10 questions that somebody sent in, even if you've actually just created them yourself. It means you're not sat there twiddling your thumbs waiting for someone to ask a question. You've already got questions there you can answer. You could do a tutorial, you could share some tips, you could launch a competition. These are really good for launching competitions because live gets really good reach and gets in front of more people. So a great way to launch a competition. You could also run a competition where they have to, you give them the answer in the live broadcast, and then you can post straight away as soon as you've finished with a different post saying that they've got to watch the live broadcast to get the answer to the competition, and then comment with it or send you a message with it. You could do a guided tour around something. You could do a meet the staff. You could go live at events. There are just so many options to you, and I'm sure you can come up with more. If you need any help, by the way, with any video ideas or live video ideas, then do come into the Facebook group and ask. But yeah, live is so authentic. It's so real. It's so in the moment. People love watching live broadcasts because they're live. And, you know, there's always that thing of like, oh, this is live. I'm going to watch it right now. Or even after, oh, they were live earlier. Let's see what they got up to. They work so well. So, yeah, I do definitely recommend that you, put a bit of effort in and go live. Again, it's back to going out of your comfort zone. You will feel empowered, you will feel great, and then you will see the impact as well when the responses start coming in. And live of all types of video does get more reach, so you will get seen by more people too. So it's time for your actions for Module 6. So first of all, I want you, personally yourself, even if it's just with your phone, to take 10 pictures that represent your business in some way. That might be 10 pictures of you. If your business is all about you, that's absolutely fine, but take 10 pictures that represent your business. So you're starting to build a bank of imagery that you can use on social media. Have a play around with Canva as well. Maybe use one of those images to create a Canva image. And I want you to record 2 videos, not necessarily publish 2 videos, but actually record them and just see how it feels to record those videos, and then maybe hit publish on one of them. This isn't an action you absolutely have to take, but I would love it if you did. I'd love it if you go ahead and hit publish and tell us how it feels and the impact. And even better, go live. I'd love you to try going live. Let me tell you a little sneaky tip. You can go live from your personal profile, and you can choose for it to only be seen by you, and then you're just going live to yourself really. So it's a nice way to practice going live through your Facebook personal profile. So there are your actions for this module. The next module is Module 7, which is again on content. We're going to talk about all the other content ideas that you could be talking about and sharing and posting on social media. Thanks so much, guys. I hope this one's been really useful to you. I hope you understand how important video is, imagery is, and live video is, and how passionate I am about using all of those as well. I will see you next in Module 7. Good luck. See you soon. Bye-bye.